Hello and welcome back to my channel where we have Lindsey Graham news to discuss. Yeah, I know. That doesn't sound like a fun afternoon, but we have to talk about it because Lindsey Graham, there's just a whole lot going on there. So let's talk about it, shall we? Alright, let's first start off with the fact that Lindsey Graham is in the fight of his life for his Senate seat in South Carolina against Jamie Harrison. He is being outraised basically 2-1. He is all over Fox News begging for money because he can't keep up with the money that Harrison is pulling in. He also, how should I put this? I did a video on my TikTok a couple of months ago where he darkened Jamie Harrison's skin to make him look more intimidating. He's only in the lead by 1 point, and if those of you who know how polls work, polls have a margin of error of 3-4, so it's really up in the air on whether Lindsey Graham is going to keep his seat, and I genuinely hope that he does not, because he is literally one of the most terrible Trump sycophants in the entire world, and he betrayed John McCain, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of John McCain, you don't betray your friends 10 seconds after they're dead. That's gross. Okay, now let's get into the actual news. So we covered all of that. Despite the fact that Lindsey Graham was on the Judiciary Committee with 2 people that tested positive with the coronavirus from Donald Trump's super spreader event on September 26th at the Rose Garden, he refused in his debate to have a COVID test, forcing them to cancel his debate. Because why wouldn't you have a COVID test? Why would a U.S. Senator who was in the same room with infected people not want to have a test? It's almost like when Donald Trump didn't have a test at the debates. Funny how that works. But yeah, they ended up having to cancel the debate because he refused to get a freaking COVID test. So that's gross. And I wouldn't be within 10 feet of Lindsey Graham until he tested negative, or at least attempted to take a COVID test, because I find that highly suspicious. And as shady as Lindsey Graham is, are you really surprised? Alright, now the next thing we have to discuss, you actually have to go watch the video and then we'll come back and discuss it because it's terrible. So let's just go watch the video and come back.
I care about everybody. If you're a young African American, an immigrant, you can go anywhere in this state. You just need to be conservative, not liberal.
You did not hear yourself wrong. Lindsey Graham said that if you are black or an immigrant or whatever, you can go all over the state of South Carolina, but don't you dare be one of those pesky liberals. Can't go around the state if you're a pesky liberal. No, Lindsey Graham, that's not how this works. The government is not allowed to tell people how or what political affiliation they should have to be in their state. What kind of word vomit was that? And that was borderline racist, because we all know what affiliation most immigrants and people of color are. They're liberals, they're Democrats, they're independents. They don't typically vote Republican, and they're definitely not conservative. So Lindsey Graham is basically saying if you're not a conservative, you're not welcome in his state. Just gonna sit here for a minute and ponder what life was like when politics wasn't insane. Okay, I'm back. Politics are freaking insane right now. Who says that? Like, you are literally only 1 point ahead of your opponent. When there's a margin of error to 3-4 points, the election is literally up in the air for your Senate seat, and you try to alienate an entire group of people? Are you trying to lose? You're being outraised. You had a 20-point lead that evaporated. You won't get a COVID test in the middle of a pandemic. Lindsey Graham, it's time for you to go. You've been in the Senate since 2002. It is time for your disgusting, hypocritical, power-hungry, nauseating ass to go. That's all I have to say on that matter. You saw the video for yourself. You know that he wouldn't take the COVID test. Vote the man out. If you're in South Carolina, I beg you, vote early. Vote the man out, please. Just do it. Just vote the man out. He needs to go. He just needs to go. I don't know what else to say. He needs to go. Alright guys, I will see y'all Later.